Fighter Fight Gaming. We are back in Dreadnought. I have just gotten past the artillery cruiser and gotten the Corvette I've been going for, so we don't have to suffer through that anymore. I am joined by Brobear and Rafa for commentary.
Hello.
Hey.
And I am not seeing it show up on your channel. It's streaming, right?
I just started streaming. It's gonna take a few seconds. I don't even see it on the channel.
Yeah, I'm just wondering how long it takes for it to show up.
It's showing for me on YouTube, so go ahead and reload.
There you go.
Yeah. So I am going to get rid of this stupid artillery cruiser. So you don't know my pain, bro, there, but oh my god, that artillery cruiser was just agonizing to fly.
I know your pain. I watched that stream.
Yeah. It's just went from normally being in the top maybe 2 or 3 of a match to just always being at the bottom. Always. It's not cool. Alright, let's I was gonna do a proving grounds, but no. Just gonna jump right in. I have Blink Warp, Drain Torpedo, Disruptor Pulse. Okay, cool. So this is a Corvette. For people who are new to the stream and new to Dreadnought, Corvettes are fast ships. They are essentially fighters, except this game has actual fighters. So these are beefy fighters that get up close and shred shit.
But now your pain is over, and you can start a new life.
Yes. Yes. Oh. Or I would if I could actually enter a match. Wonder what other upgrades I can get. This drain torpedo can either go to heavy torpedo, I like heavy torpedoes, or weapon breaker torpedo. That kills their weapon damage. That's kind of nice. And I can switch up Blink Warp for thrust amplifier. I haven't used Blink Warp ever before, so I might have to try that out. I might have to get auto guns just to add to our DPS. But Disruptor Pulse seems pretty awesome, and so does No, Disruptor Pulse seems the most awesome of those choices. I'll probably get back to streaming Pamela next week or so. Actually, I'll probably stream it tomorrow.
Tomorrow is next week.
Yes. But, it's just I've been wanting to play Dreadnought with my buddy Frey because it was the weekend and,
Yeah, absolutely.
Play together. So unlike the other Corvette, it looks like this Corvette has guns in all directions. The other Corvette could only fire its main weapons forward. And the other Corvette seems to have a higher DPS because of that, but, I mean, can only fire forward, so. So you're new to this, bro. But do you know anything about Dreadnought?
I do not actually. I'm looking up some stuff online at the moment about it.
All right. So it's a match based PvP multiplayer game where you fly in battleship type things. The titular dreadnoughts, destroyers, corvettes like I'm flying now, artillery ships, and support cruisers. Oh, we're in. So, and they all have different roles. It plays very smooth, and they managed to make the locations you fight in very dynamic. There have been a few attempts at this before, but the locations tended to be really boring. But they really mix it up in this game, which is really nice. And you have some really devastating weapons, like both destroyers and dreadnoughts get access to freaking nukes, which,
Ooh.
like huge AoE things. Like when you hear them incoming, you try and get out of the explosion radius. Like the way the Dreadnought launches them is like an ICBM. It launches it straight up, and it sort of warps away and then warps coming straight down at its target. The destroyer has this like stealthy Goliath torpedo that you're supposed to like creep up on the enemy and launch when you're within 5 kilometers of them. And then you have to GTFO because that's pretty close to fire a nuke off at someone.
Yeah, that does.
It is outside of its blast radius, but still.
Yeah, it just sounds generally like a little bit too close for comfort.
Yeah. So yeah, I can look in every direction with this guy. Blinky, blinky, blinky. I don't feel like this thing is as fast as the other Corvette, which is kind of sad.
We could use some support. We got a bearing on the enemy ship. All ships, enemy contact. This location. We got an enemy contact. Terrain torpedo. Coming, Captain. Multiple impacts detected. We've taken the lead, Captain. Full power to maneuvering thrusters. Thank you. Engaging auto repair. Hostile contact sighted. Auto repair disengaged. Our ship's been hit. We need some support.
So I'm looking some stuff up about this game, and is it in like an open beta, or has it been officially released?
It is in open beta.
Okay. Thought so. Huh. Developers Jaeger.
What was that?
Just reading some stuff about the developers. Huh. Apparently, it's also going to be on PS4. That's pretty cool.
Yep.
Picking up enemy contact. Over there. Launching terrain torpedo. Good night. Hostile attack cruiser going down. Auto repair shutting down. Thanks for the assist.
I get the feeling that these cannons that this thing sport aren't as range limited as the ones on the other Corvette. It's giving me a bit more versatility. I'm also liking this blink warp. It's nice to be able to just blink whenever I want. Blink.
Teleport, FTW.
Doo-doo.
Well, I die, but I've already gotten 2 kills, so I mean, it's not bad. Wow, we're like a theme fleet now. I did not mean to change ships. Oh, okay. I mean, I can work with this. I apparently accidentally changed ships. That's...
All ships, enemy contact. At this location, vultures are locked, ready to launch. Vulture missiles have a clean shot. Vultures are locked, ready to launch. Vultures are locked, ready to launch.
So many missiles.
Broadside, clearing broadside guns. Forces are falling back.
Sweet, we won.
Damn, that was quick.
Yeah. I don't know if you noticed, but one of the guys in the chat on the opposite team was just like, "This is cancer." Apparently, they were not having a good time on that other team. I'm gonna play again, and I'm gonna try my other Corvette and see if I can see what the difference is in playing them. The Dover just looks like a TIE fighter almost, just with enormous guns on the front.
Hey, Drexus, I
Yep.
was able to watch a little bit of the stream, but there's just like such a huge delay on my end that it was kind of a little confusing. But it does look like a pretty cool game.
You can go back and let it buffer. You don't
That's
have to
true.
watch live. Are you just watching on your phone? Is that or?
Oh, I've got a browser on my laptop, but it's just not loading very fast. I am out of my high-speed data for the moment.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's downloading at a snail's pace
Yeah.
for everything.
So, no. I wasn't imagining things. This ship is just so much more maneuverable. The Jupiter Systems Corvette, I guess.
Got an enemy contact.
Hmm.
Activating thrusters full power to maneuvering thrusters. Thrust amplifier drain, Captain.
Alright, well, I'm going to get off the voice chat for a little bit.
All right.
I'll talk to you all later.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Later.
Good night, everybody.
We are taking heavy damage. Need immediate assistance.
Multiple impacts. Damage control teams on station. Ready to walk.
All ships, enemy contact. At this location.
Full power to maneuvering thrusters. Thrust amplification.
Picking up enemy contact. Over there.
We've lost thrust amplification. We're getting killed out here.
Hold on.
Fusion reactor is over here.
Whatever else you can say, at least the game's pretty.
It is very pretty.
All vessels. We've got an enemy contact. Requesting fire over here. Understood. Swapping to primary weapons, Captain. That did it. Enemy hull collapsing. Contact eliminated. Support fire over here.
Main power just went down. Our hull is collapsing. All hands, abandon ship.
Yeah, that sucks. Ah, shit. The stream froze. My
Oops.
end problem, not yours. Not yours.
I think I was talking there for a while with my voice muted. That sucked. Hopefully we didn't miss anything.
It happens.
Enemy ship destroyed. They still got 4 more out there. Critical system
Healy.
Okay.
Heal.
Enemy vessel. Requesting fire at this location.
Nothing we can do. It's over. Abandon ship. Enemy forces down to one ship. Let's end this.
We win.
Yay.
So I spent all that time leveling up that that sniper ship to get the new Corvette, but I kind of like this Corvette better. The one I already had. So.
Win. Yay.
Well, I mean, I got to try it out, and I wanted to be able to try it out. So.
Yep.
Full power to maneuvering thrusters.
I think I'm gonna try and lurk.
Picking up enemy contact. Over there. Hostile contact sighted.
Full power to maneuvering thrusters.
Calling friendly repair ships. We need help.
Full power to maneuvering thrusters. Thrust amplifiers kicking in now, Captain. Ready to launch. Get on. Damage control teams dispatched.
Forward thrusters at max. Thrusters burnt out, Captain.
Thrust amplifiers depleted.
I almost died on that run. That sucked.
Still alive.
Yep. Only just, though.
Are you two still up?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, well, how about that?
I'm streaming right now, just so you know, Soren.
Ah,
So just so you know, you can talk, but everyone's hearing it.
Oh my goodness. How many of your fans are being horrified by the sound of my voice right now?
2.
2.
Oh. Well then.
I know, intimidating, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. Here, let's make it 3. Where do I go to watch your stream?
I posted it in OOC chat.
Ah, here we go.
A whole 2 fans.
Where do
I'm
I go?
one of them.
I have 6 subscribers, so I suppose technically I have 6 fans.
You have 6 subscribers, and I'm one of them.
Yep. I actually have a few subscribers that aren't close personal friends. And by a few, I mean like 2. Are you able to see it, Soren? I know Bro Bear was having some issues watching it.
Yeah, I can see it. There was a time delay, so when I first turned it on, I was hearing the conversation from about...
Oh, you may want to turn off
off.
the sound. Yeah.
Yeah, I've done that.
So we're in a team elimination game, and my Corvette just got blown out from under me. So I'm in a fighter until the game's over. But the game is about facing off with enemies in Dreadnoughts and stuff. Like the game's called Dreadnought.
I'd noticed.
Yes. And I just crashed. But yeah, I like how they do team elimination. When you die, you get to fly a fighter, and you can actually be useful. So, I thought that's kind of cool, because in most team elimination games, it's like, why even stick around?
Fair enough. Certainly one way to keep engagement.
Yep. So, I've just spent, I spent all day leveling up an artillery cruiser, which Tyler can attest was painful. I hate artillery cruisers so much. Just so I could unlock...
Sean did not look like he was enjoying that.
I was not. It was horrible. Artillery cruisers and me do not go together, and also that artillery cruiser in particular I think is especially horrible. But I was leveling it up so that I could unlock a new Corvette to fly. And wouldn't you know, I think I like my old Corvette better.
I'm very sorry to hear that. I spent most of today faffing around pretending to clean my room, and after that I reread contact procedures before I got to run the game for you guys earlier.
So we lost that match. I should probably actually try to win this one, so I'm taking my destroyer.
So do you get comments on this stream?
Yeah,
What do your subscribers say about this sort of meandering conversation over?
Most of them don't comment on the conversation. A few of them have commented on... one person commented about the grinding in this game, because I was bitching about it with the artillery ship, and he's like, yeah, it's pretty bad. When you want a particular ship, it's... yeah. But no, I don't get... yeah, what Tyler just...
Not many people interested in the conversation, gotcha.
No. The conversation really, I do a lot of narration in a lot of my games, because a lot of people will turn on my stream and just sort of have it on in the background. So if there's written stuff, I'll read it out loud for them so they don't have to switch back to actually watching the stream.
Ah, fair enough.
Or at least focusing on it. So that's a lot of what I do. I'm doing a lot of Pamela, which is a lot of... it's... I don't know. Do you think my initial sort of description of it still holds, Tyler? That it's a first-person sci-fi, don't starve?
I'm not 100% sure. It lacks the atmosphere.
Yes, it lacks the cartoony atmosphere.
I wasn't going to call it cartoony. I was going to call it more
dark,
Poe-esque.
Yeah, Poe.
Yeah.
It's very... whoa, God.
Embiggening pathos. Oh, did you see the trailer for the Don't Starve movie?
There's a Don't Starve movie.
No. Just a trailer that makes you wish there was one. Quote, Tim Burton does Don't Starve.
That would be cool. All powered engines. It's GTFO. Oh, that's the nuke warning. And our support cruisers just got nuked. Fuck. Okay, no one died. I don't think anyone died. No, no one died. Yes, someone died. Just took a second. Alright, we have what looks like the Dreadnought moving in. That's not ideal. Very far from ideal, in fact.
Well, how about that? My sister wasn't kidding. They actually made a movie of Maximum Ride.
What's Maximum Ride?
This book series that I first found in the returns bin of my middle school back, goodness gracious, that'd be 9 years ago now. It was originally only going to be 3 books, and then the author just kept getting spammed by "We want more." It wasn't even a very good book series. It was... If the world had been slightly different, I think it could have been Twilight, but it was saved by having slightly better writing than Twilight. And a slightly more interesting, somewhat sci-fi premise, I guess. I mean, the basic premise was that there's this bunch of kids that were genetic experiments of some kind that gave them bird wings and the ability to fly, and broke out of the testing facility and went and lived in the mountains somewhere.
Oh.
And then one of them got kidnapped and taken back to the testing facility, so they went to break her out. And that was the premise of the first book.
Oh. Drain torpedo away.
And
Well,
so now
I'm
they've
going
gone
to have to invoke the meme now, I'm sorry.
Oh?
Still a better love story.
I mean, the romance elements didn't become prominent till the second book, and then they didn't really go anywhere.
That doesn't really matter.
No, it doesn't, but you've actually got a good point there. It still would be a better love story than Twilight.
A story with no love story is a better love story than Twilight.
Well, granted.
Yay. Stop it with the auto beams, you dick. Gonna make me crash. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
It will never stop.
Like, I'm just trying to heal you. Why are you trying to crash me? No. No. Not again.
Well, that is unfortunate. So yes, they've adapted the first book into a movie, and it looks like the most B-listy of all B-list movies.
Well, B movies can be good. Look at Evil
It
Dead.
has a 3.8 out of 10 on IMDb.
Okay, it's not good. Never mind.
Oh, and apparently I miscounted. It was 6 children, not 5.
But whoever remembers Tom...
Is he a guy who, like, dies in the first 5 minutes?
No, there isn't one of those in this series, I don't think. I think they kill off a bunch of people in the very last, for real this time, last book.
I wish they'd done that with Twilight.
Let's be honest, that's not going to stop there from being a sequel.
No.
Oh, let's see here.
It's the curse of Sherlock Holmes.
Very likely.
Also, apparently, Oz. Basically, insert any author who wanted to get away from the base reason for their fame to try something else. It never worked.
No.
So it was originally going to be a trilogy with the books The Angel Experiment, School's Out Forever, and Saving the World and Other Extreme Sports.
I like those titles. Those are awesome titles.
Fair enough. And then there was the bizarre in-between book, The Final Warning, which was the fourth book in what was supposed to be a trilogy. And then he gets his shit together in the naming department again and had 5 more books that were just named after, I guess, the main 3 characters out of the main 6 characters. So you had Max, Fang, and Angel, and then the last 2 books are apparently Nevermore and Maximum Ride Forever.
Okay. Maximum Ride Forever.
Yeah,
What a
well,
name.
yep. Well, the main character of all of this is named Max, and apparently it's short for Maximum Ride because that was the label on the dog crate she was kept in as a child.
Oh.
I sense Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Except no. Yes, except it's 6 bird children, not 3 wizard kids, and they invented their own language to communicate before any of them learned English. None of them ever displays this level of intelligence again.
Ah!
Oh, that's terrible. Oh, that makes me sad. I like when there's at least one intelligent character in a book.
I mean, the real problem is, it's very hard to write a character who's smarter than you, you know?
Yeah.
Well, yes, but that does say some awful things about the author. But
I wasn't gonna say it. I wasn't gonna say it.
Considering the work that he's produced for these books, I would say that, yeah, I could believe that he's not that smart. He's just very prolific. He's been promising his fans a film version of the first book since, like, goodness, before I left high school. And it finally came out last year and no one noticed.
Oh. Poor. I
And my
feel bad
sister
for
tells
him.
me at dinner last night.
I'm gonna try this Corvette again.
So it looks like the 7 Steves and the Token Girl are off to fight the evil empire.
7 Steves and the Token Girl? What's that?
Well, yeah, that's what your team looked like. It was all the character profile pictures there. It was like 7 of the same guy and 1 girl.
Yeah. the character customization isn't. It isn't. It just isn't.
Sorry, what just isn't?
The character customization. It isn't.
Oh.
Actually, it might be. I made my.
There's the one girl. I only saw the 7 Steves.
I made my character way back at the start of beta, so there might be more customization now, but I haven't checked. I honestly don't know where to check. I should probably check.
Hold on a sec. I thought this game was about space combat.
It goes from the space to the ground.
Okay, but that seems like it would cause inconsistent gravity.
Yeah. You notice how I go up slower than I go down?
Okay, fair enough. But it looked like there was a consistent down when you were out in space as well.
Yes. There's no rotating. They keep the matches pretty consistent. Admittedly, most of the places you fight are like in orbit around something, so.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, there's just a small part of me that's constantly screaming, "You fools! Why are you upside down?"
God
sorry,
damn it. Must Ender's Game curse us to the last?
Yes.
Well, yes, and I'm sorry about that.
Okay, I hate to say it, but when you said I'm sorry about that, I expected
you got
some follow-ups. Yeah, I suddenly expected some follow-up about how I destroyed your plasma screen TV.
It's just this little wannabe demigod bitch broke into my room, smashed my 70-inch plasma screen TV, and is trying to impress me like I'm his alcoholic father. Be a good boy and fetch Daddy a drink, would you?
Now I'm gonna have to put a link in the description of my video.
Well, didn't you say your fans don't comment on the conversation? They probably didn't even notice this was happening.
Well, no, but I upload the video afterwards.
Oh, wait, so you later... Oh, okay, so after you've done the live stream, you will later upload the full video of this.
Well, not later. It auto-uploads right after.
Oh, fancy.
Yeah, that's why I started streaming to YouTube, just because it makes everything so much easier. Oh, that's bad. That's not
also
good.
A more established and polished platform, I take it.
Oh, not than Twitch for streaming, but for videos, yeah. Run away!
Is terrain collision just not a thing in this game? Because I'm pretty sure you clipped the side of that tunnel when you went through it.
It doesn't hurt you, it just throws you off course. Unless you're in a fighter, then you just explode.
Picking up enemy contact. Over there.
Anti-missiles? There we go. I just love how zippy this thing is. Hello. Oh, okay, I ran right into that. That was my fault. Oh. When the Dreadnought is turning away from you, no, he's not running away from you. He's turning to hit you with his broadside.
Derp. Wasn't Dreadnought the name of a particular ship?
Yeah. So Dreadnoughts Dreadnoughts is the title of this game, and there is a ship class called Dreadnought.
No. I mean, like, in reality.
Oh,
the
yes,
word
yes.
Dreadnought comes from the name of a specific ship.
Yes.
Does any navy that you know of actually use the term Dreadnought as a classification for ship size or armaments or something?
Not anymore.
Oh.
They stopped that a long time ago.
It's just I keep hearing that word crop up in, like, space stuff, and I think to myself, wasn't that a sailing ship?
Yes. Dreadnought.
Once upon a time.
Dreadnought was both a class of ships and the initial name of a ship.
Fair enough.
So, since you know that, what was the first Dreadnought?
Dreadnought. Literally, it was named Dreadnought.
Okay, what navy and era?
British Navy.
Let's find out.
I believe pre-World War One. Might have been right after World War One.
The Dreadnought was the predominant type of battleship in the early 20th century, the first of its kind, the Royal Navy's Dreadnought. Yeah, okay, so it's British.
Yeah. Just not doing good with it. I'm gonna switch back to this guy. A lot of the first of their class ships were named the same as their class.
Yeah, that's a good point. So I think there probably would have had to have been a, I don't know,
Battleship,
HMS frigate at some point.
probably.
Just going off the pattern that the British Army or British Navy probably did it first.
Yeah.
At least for the English-speaking Western countries. Though it is possible the US had some part of it.
Nah, they tend to name stuff after like politicians and such. Abraham Lincoln.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
They have really boring names for their ships. It's kind of bleh.
They used to have much better names for their ships.
The Americans?
Yeah, in like the really early days.
I suppose.
It all came from that sort of sense of screaming at the world, "We're a republic!" and refusing to name their ships anything that reminded them of kingdoms.
Yeah.
Then you've got the what was it? It was no, sorry, I got that backwards. It was something I was going to say earlier in the conversation. It was right. If you ran a republic of some kind out in space, you probably wouldn't be able to guarantee any kind of quality of life for your citizens. Just like one of the three of us, given our world experience. None of us is really equipped to run a government, but damn if we couldn't make sure the ships had better names.
Yes. I'd probably go with like I'm a real fan of the Lost Fleet series. I'd probably follow their naming convention to a certain degree, like courageous, ferocious, ironclad, stuff like that.
Yeah, the old
Name after traits kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's certainly better than the naming convention I used for my ships back when we played StarMade together.
What did you name your ships?
All of my mining ships were something to do with wombats, and all of my combat ships were something along the lines of the burning sensation.
Okay.
So I think my first mining tug was the Flying Wombat, and then eventually when that got blown up by pirates, the next one was Revenge of the Flying Wombat, and it just sort of went on that way.
Ratha, did you ever fix your computer and get like DirectX all proper?
That's complicated. I'm gonna say
Can
yes
you
and
play
no.
Space Engineers?
No.
Shit.
Oh wait, sorry, are we referring to one another by our screen names on this thing?
I'm not sure what you guys want, so to be safe, I'm using your screen name. Though I've already fucked it up with Ratha at least once.
Yeah, I know. Like, I'm trying to use screen names because like that's sort of the internet face.
Yeah.
But I really do have a hard time not slipping back into calling you by not internet name.
I've already let slip my first name, so don't worry about that. I'm just trying to be courteous to you guys.
Well, go ahead and call me by my real name.
All right.
I use it for my audiobook, so
All right.
all the publicity you can get for that.
Oh, you know what? Sure. Well,
All right, Mr. Wombat McAwesome.
hand me a link to your audiobook, and I'll throw it in the comment.
All right, let's see here.
Doobly-doo for my stream.
Yay!
I mean, I'm pretty sure you have more viewers than me, so It's not going to help much, but Edward, you guys are hilarious. Apparently, our audience likes us. Thank you, Ed.
Welcome, Ed. Hey, there's 4 people watching now.
I know.
And only 3 of us talking.
I know.
Hooray! The audience finally outnumbers the people doing the talking.
Yes.
I'm just thinking because
Streamers,
3
that's
out
our
of 4 of the people
streamers.
watching are probably us.
People doing the
Yeah.
talking.
Oop. So how do I... I heard there's a way to get the Twitch chat to pop out. So, do you guys know how to do that? Because I don't know how to do that.
No clue.
Okay.
Twitch? No idea. I'm watching this on YouTube, man.
Yeah. I know, I'm multi-streaming to both YouTube and Twitch. Yeah, the ratio is better now. Yeah, though in my 4-hour like marathon Dreadnought stream, we had like 7 people watching at one point, so that was kind of cool.
Neat.
Yeah, I only noticed after they'd all commented though. I finally alt tabbed over the page and I was like, oh hey, people are actually talking about us and watching. Armor up. Oh god, I'm gonna get shredded. Fuck.
So, confession. Since the end of the game... Oh, by the way, Soren,
Yes.
I'd like to ask you a question concerning a certain book by Dr. Flora.
Oh, yes, that.
So I was wondering if you had something specific in mind for it, or if I could take the liberty of, like, writing the first chapter or prologue of it or something.
Go ahead and write whatever in it you want. I'd just say that it, because it was made from a copy of her memories, it won't contain much in the way of useful information about where to find her or how.
Right, okay. So
You would have to make like an extended psychology roll to even come up with some insight saying, this is the kind of person she is on the inside, therefore these will be her priorities.
Got it.
I mean, we can
So-
already assume she's part of a hunter organization, so balance of probability, she will be off somewhere being paranoid.
Yeah, but we kind of already knew that.
Indeed.
So basically, write a prologue, but it can only be. Oh, what was I thinking? Write a prologue, but it can only be stuff relating to psychics. That sounds like it vaguely came from the remembered mind of a PhD in genetics, something like that.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Or to put it another way, like the history book 1066 and all that, everything you learned about history class while sleeping through it.
Sounds about right.
On that note, I have a confession to make.
Oh.
Since the end of the Marchena game, I have been playing Stellaris.
Awesome.
Well,
I am
since
currently-
the end of the Marchena game for me, I made a big old pile of salad to have for lunches. Hold on, I should probably mute my volume a moment. Hang tight.
No problem.
So
Okay,
what,
sorry about that.
we have
Since the end
5
of the
people
Marchena game
watching
for
now.
me...
We have 5 people watching now.
Oh my goodness. This is astounding. There's 2 people watching who aren't
Us.
us.
This is weird.
Anyhow, since the end of the Marchena game, I went and made myself a salad, and then I signed up for a dating site that purports to use your Myers-Briggs type to pair you off with people. So that's
yeah, I've tried one of those, and yeah, Ed, I'm really good at multitasking, even though I'm getting my ass kicked here. So maybe I'm not as good as I thought I was.
Well, let's see if I can match you in terms of your effectiveness. I'm hopping into a game of TF2. But just one, and then I swear to God I have to go to bed, because I have to go back to the factory tomorrow morning.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, I probably gotta leave like in 10 to 20 minutes too.
Alright. But yeah,
Anyways.
Tyler, me and you should totally play a multiplayer Stellaris game, and we'll stream it.
Oh, we absolutely should. Ooh, one sec. You've got more stuff in chat.
Titanfall? What about Titanfall? Did we talk about Titanfall? Don't think we talked about Titanfall.
Oh, TF.
Oh,
That's
no,
right,
no,
Soren.
Team Fortress. Right? You were talking about Team Fortress, Soren? I think he was talking about
Yes.
Team Fortress. Yeah. Ed thought you were talking about Titanfall.
Oh, sorry, no. Team Fortress.
Anyhow, so I got invaded. I'm the Han Alliance. I got invaded by the two massive superpowers on either side of me, with a combined fleet size approximately 3 times my own fleet.
Ouch.
I'm
That is
currently kicking the shit out of them.
Oh,
How? Oh,
Okay,
wait, no,
so-
I know how. The fleet power is not a good way to gauge
Yeah.
effectively.
Okay, so here's what I did. I have a lot of stations with shipyards.
Mm-hmm.
So I just started pumping out corvettes and sending them to every star system in my enemy's empire.
oh, that is some straight bullshit. This is.
Yes, it is.
No, I was meaning that I just jumped into the game and then we immediately lost.
Oh, that sucks. So you built corvettes and sent them into every system where the enemy had stations, or
Yep,
so you just wiped out his economy.
all of it. He is making I'm just guessing here, but I'm guessing he's making practically no minerals or energy compared to me. His production stations are all gone.
Nice.
My war score is at 59% right now.
When I last left off in my Stellaris game, I had something like 20 habitats, and I was just bringing my second ring world online.
I don't have any ring worlds yet, but I have so many habitats. By so many, I mean 9. I'm also like terrifying a shit ton. Sorry, not terrifying. Terraforming a shit ton of Gaia worlds.
Oh, I mentioned earlier that I was rereading contact procedures, and I was just reminded of my favorite line from that, which is, the phrase human civilian had been a joke for the past 50 years.
So do they just murder every human they see?
No. Human civilian. As in, every human had probably undergone some form of military training at some point in their life within the last 50 years, because, well, there was that... You remember the plot of contact procedures, right?
No.
Okay, it's...
I don't remember the name. I may remember the plot if you describe bits of it.
Okay, so basically, humanity discovers this gate in their solar system, which can be used to FTL travel between star systems, and the Galactic Compact, it's called, comes through with their great big welcome mat, but one of the species involved, the Neji, tell them that actually this is just them stalling. In about a month, they're going to withdraw because they had failed to reach a negotiated agreement, which is really just bullshit, because they've said, actually, we've decided your species is not useful to our status quo, and therefore we're going to let the Dan Raiders into your system, and they're going to pillage, plunder, and sell you all into slavery.
Okay.
Do you remember this one? The
Yeah,
Neji were the bird people?
Yeah, I think so.
Right, well, I was just reminded my favorite line from that was, there had been... What was... it was... the phrase human civilian had been a joke for the past 50 years because by the time the story started, it had been 50 years since humanity realized, oh, there is a gate in our solar system.
Our
Time
number
to
of
get our shit
watching-
together.
Our number of viewers has dropped precipitously.
Yep.
One of them isn't me anymore because I had to close it.
We have one viewer. That is Tyler.
Oh. Ed Ward has left us.
Yeah. I think this whole time, like, you guys were just 2 viewers. I wasn't viewing because I'm watching on my own, like, stream thing.
Nope,
So-
Ed Ward is still here.
Oh.
He has not forsaken us.
Yes, I believe the matches are 8v8. No, he's still here. He's like, what? No, no, 2 are watching now. Yeah, no, the matches are 8v8. Yes, I believe. You know what? Let's just jump in a match and we'll see for sure. It seems like the best way to deal with it.
This other engineer and I are competing over resources. We've got 18 seconds left in setup, and we're both running back and forth to grab the same 200 metal that we will be using to upgrade our machines in the run-up to 1. And here comes the Horde.
Do you play on PS4 or do you plan on playing PS4, Ed?
Hmm?
Hey, I'm just talking to Ed Ward.
Oh. Right.
You can keep talking. I just also want to talk to him too, since he's
Yeah,
actually
sorry.
showing an interest in the channel. My first 2 dozen streams, I was really bad about watching the chat, so now I'm trying to be good.
Have you offered them the premium subscriber package for your Patreon account?
I'm not. No.
Okay, sorry. That was me trying to be funny.
Yeah.
It was.
You know what? If I actually start editing my videos together to make funny videos, then I'll start a Patreon. And I actually probably will start doing that at one point.
So basically, you're gonna pull a Soviet Womble and start doing dicking around in Dreadnought, where you'll have recordings of our conversations and shit.
Yeah.
Like, here's the supercut version that makes this seem a lot funnier than the hours that surround it.
Yes. Exactly.
Okay, so if I get a hold of those raw files of yours and clip them together into something, I need to put them like backed by epic music, and like the subtitle needs to say something like, in a trailer where everything is more awesome than the normal stream.
Yeah, actually, Ed, trying to kill Corvettes isn't too bad as long as you maintain situational awareness. It's when they mob you with more than one Corvette that it's bad. Or when you're fighting like another Dreadnought and they sneak up behind you.
One moment, BRB.
Okay. Ow. Why didn't my shields go up? Oh. Shields are going away. I should run. Run away? Fuck you. Oh. Missed. Blink. And someone just launched a nuke. Where is it going? Where's it going?
Well, that was very bad timing on my part.
What?
Oh, I ran out to do a spy check, and then they chose that exact moment to pop an Uber on a heavy coming in from the other door, and I was standing between him and my own guy. So that ended super well. But fortunately, we're not dead yet.
Yay. I spent so long playing other ships, it feels like I don't know how to play a destroyer anymore. Close.
Okay, I've nearly gotten myself back to where I was before I blew up. And fortunately, it looks like we're going to manage to keep them from even capturing the first point in this cart push. Har har har. Oh dear. I spoke too soon.
Yes, get him, Corvette. Don't let him kill me. That was close. Let's just hug the ground here. We're not focused anyway, so we're having a hard time. Please heal me, Healy ship. You are my only hope.
Mayday! Need some repairs. Got an enemy contact.
I can't even see what's shooting at him. There we go.
Hi, Captain. Activating. I've got nothing left. We've been hit hard. Damage control team dispatched.
Oh shit. I hate it when that happens. How many ships? So Akula gets lots of healing ship. Well, they get one line of healing ships. Yeah, 2-3 vets, a dread shattered by that awesome healing ship from Akula. That does not sound friendly. Generally speaking, destroyers are the best bet to kill corvettes. Like, destroyers are anti-corvette.
Oh my god, they've got somebody playing engineer on attack.
I have no
Why
idea
would
what
you do that?
I'm
Oh.
at 65% war score. One of the
Cool.
empires still has a bigger fleet than I do.
But you're at 65% war score?
Yep.
They should capitulate soon, you'd think.
Oh, well, I haven't forced them to, and this has been all pretty quick. I sort of want to drive them up to 100% war score so they give in to all my counter demands.
Okay.
I've got the Supremacy Tradition branch and
Right.
all of the war score lowering techs. So I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 systems seeded at once from them.
Nice.
By picking cheap systems in the last war, I got 12 at once.
Nice. A lot of territory.
On the enemy ship.
Huge amount.
So basically, this cart push has devolved into a case of their front line and our front line are both just sentries. There's a kill zone in between where we're furtively going back and forth trying to blow up one another's sentries. This is getting ridiculous.
Turret havoc.
Yeah, something like that. Anyways, I picked a bad day to play Scout.
I'm gonna confess something. One of my biggest advantages probably is the sentry tower.
That lets you see everything, right?
Yep.
When I first looked at it, I was hoping it was like a super buffed up defense station, but it's not.
Honestly, I think this is better.
Well, it's better for some ways, but like in my game, I already have eyes on pretty much everything. Just from my spread out allies and all our sensor tech. Nope. Fuck you, sniper ship. Yeah.
The one enemy I wiped out has managed to rebuild his fleets to 5k.
Ed,
That will certainly help him against my 123k fleet.
Ed, me and Tyler have a saying. Teamwork is OP.
Didn't we originally pick that up from the,
Attack on Titan. The Attack on Titan fan game.
I feel like I've seen that somewhere else first.
Well, that's where I first heard you say it, so if you heard it from somewhere else, then I wouldn't know.
Oh, okay. If you got it from me, I know where I got it. But yes, teamwork is OP.
Was there ever any more of a slap on Titan?
I don't know. Maybe?
I remember there were like 3 different abridged series. Takahata's got shut down.
Yeah, that sucked. It was like...
But there was that other group.
I don't see why...
Sarge's epic rant.
Yeah. I don't see why anyone would shut down an abridged series. I mean, it generates hype for the original series.
Yeah, I mean, I basically only watch half the anime I watch because of the abridged series, but that method has worn thin slightly.
Oh?
Yeah, because sooner or later there stops being good abridged series for the series you want to watch.
Yeah.
So now I'm watching Waiting in Summer, which is about a girl who is apparently an alien moving in with this guy who has an excuse to be the sole occupant of his house. Where have I seen this before?
Literally every... I was gonna give it a general, like, anime genre, but it's like... Yeah, I think it's cross-genre, that setup. Like,
Yep. Maybe not the aliens specifically, but...
Sometimes it's cute monster girls.
You're not wrong.
No, I am not.
The new Voltron on Netflix is actually pretty good. Hmm? Is that Voltron live action or anime, Ed? I have the hiccups. Anime, okay. Might have to watch it.
Full power to maneuvering thrusters. All hands to action stations. Prep for combat. Let's run out the guns.
Alright, I'm going to advance with this Dreadnought and actually use teamwork because I keep running ahead and getting shredded.
Order score at 70%.
Cool.
Length of war bonus still at -12. Let's see, how many of my 8 demands will he acquiesce to so far? 1, 2, 3, 4. Just 4 out of 8. Fuck that.
Don't pop up, sniper ship. So I don't think module reboot is going to work for me. I think I'm going to have to switch back to the warp jump.
Thanks for the assist.
Out of there. Okay.
Goliath locked. Train torpedoes are locked on. All vessels, we've got an enemy contact. Full power to maneuvering thrusters.
Oh, okay. He died.
And Soren's gone from chat, but we expected that eventually.
Goliath has a
Oh,
lock. Train
Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, good. You didn't seem to be able to for a little while there. I
wasn't.
unplugged and dropped the mic.
Okay.
It happens.
Yes.
Can't touch this.
So this is going to be a bit of a weird game because this is the first time that a major end game crisis has gotten a large beachhead, and it's on the far side of the galaxy.
Ooh, so you might actually be facing it. Yeah, I think destroyers with broadsides would be pretty OP, to be honest, Ed. Just because you can turn so much faster. The only reason they're not OP with Dreadnoughts is because they have such slow turn radius. So, what kind of endgame threat are you facing, Tyler?
Prothorans.
Oh, those are the warp entities, right?
No, that's the Unbidden. The Prothorans are the Tyranids.
Ah, okay, cool.
They've already taken about, I'm going to say an eighth of the galaxy.
Fun times. Shields up.
I'll know what the damage is better soon when I complete the final step of my sentry array.
Oh shit. I was lucky there.
Ah, crap, the stream froze for me.
Anyhow, I should probably get going.
Alright.
Links to my playlist of Thingamajig is in the out of character chat over on Discord, and I will catch you guys later.
Later, Soren. I should probably get going too soon, too. I gotta get up early tomorrow. And get all working on shit.
This is probably going to be my last match of the night.
Fair enough.
Even though we're losing pretty hard. I normally don't want to leave it on a loss. This will be like the 10th hour I've played Dreadnought today, so I'm kind of burnt.
Yeah.
HVT is on the battlefield. Enemy missiles incoming, Captain.
System drained. Starting cooldown.
Oh, I was just out of range of that.
Negative. We're still in cooldown.
Yeah, it took a long time to grind out that thing. It sucks that I'm kind of disappointed in the Corvette, but oh well. It's not a bad ship by any means. It's just kind of slow compared to the second tier Corvette that I got.
Hostile contact sighted.
Amplifying weapons eye. Enemy damage across multiple systems, Captain. Full power.
And there, the big enemy finally wiped out all of the Corvettes I sent to his territory. Unfortunately for him, while he's been busy wiping them out, I've been absolutely overrunning his ally and building up my fleet size. Also, I have more gene troopers now. I took the genetic ascension path.
Ah, cool. What's the blood, Ed? I forget. Oh, good nuke on their part, but ow.
I've so far managed to modify my entire species.
Sweet. I like turning my whole species into robots. That seemed useful.
It was good. But that said, turning your whole species into robots does not give you the erudite trait.
What's that do?
You know how the intelligent trait gives you plus 10% to all research?
Yep.
Erudite. Engineering output, plus 20%. Physics output, plus 20%. Society, plus 20%. Leader skill levels, 1%. Plus 1.
I think that being a robot gives you plus 20% to all research.
Yep.
So, I mean, the only thing being erudite gives you that being a robot doesn't is the plus 1 to the leader skill levels. So,
True. But remember, I'm also able to give myself other traits like
true.
strong, communal, natural sociologists, and charismatic.
You know what I think I'm going to do in my next playthrough when I play a hive mind? Oh, it's the same manufacturer as an AF. Cool. I'm gonna, as a hive mind, I'm going to go the genetic ascension path because that's the only path you can do. But I'm instead of genetically altering all of my species at once, I'm going to selectively alter my species.
Ooh.
So, like, I'm going to, like, specifically, like, okay, everyone who's mining gets very strong. Everyone who's think, brain. Everyone who's researching gets, like, you know, probably intelligent, because they probably won't start with intelligent. And stuff like that.
Oh, that's so clever.
Because you can pick and choose.
That should be made more easy in the SAPEC update
You
that
think
they're
so?
planning. Yeah, they're planning these updates to how genetics are handled. They're doing something with the lineages.
Cool. Also, I totally said that was going to be the last mission, and then I started another one, so this will be the last one.
Okay, I'll end when you do.
Okay.
War score currently at 75%.
Why won't they give up? That's like... So 75% is... That's pretty damn high. We're talking
True.
about Stellaris,
They-
Ed. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, question about that. Yeah, we're talking about Stellaris. Large empires declared war on me. They're getting a lesson on why that's a very bad idea.
Yeah.
But anyhow, so the reason they're probably not surrendering is because they still have a bonus in Navy strength and length of war. Pretty much all of my score comes from occupation.
Gotcha.
Enemy warheads locked on our position.
We've taken the lead, Captain. System drained.
Suck Goliath.
Train torpedoes have a lock.
Wow.
Deploy damage control team. Full power to maneuvering thrusters.
Oof. I'm sucking a lot worse than I normally do. Probably just tired. Whoop. Nope.
Captain, we're
Jeez.
out there.
Picking up enemy contact. Over there.
Yeah, you can hit me. That's fine. I'll hit you back.
Put an end to that pile of scrap. Artillery cruiser destroyed. Let's regroup. Goliath locked. Drain torpedoes are locked on. Launching drain torpedoes. New.
Aye, Captain. Module reboot executed, Captain. Aye, Captain. Engaging.
Drain torpedo in the black.
Multiple impacts detected.
You got him, Captain. Dreadnought eliminated.
System drained.
Yes, heal me, please.
Enemy warheads locked on our position.
Oh, screw off warheads, yes.
System drained. We got him.
I left that shit on too long. Shit. That's a destroyer right beneath us.
Thanks, Captain.
Yay.
Wow, this guy rebuilt really quickly. I'm impressed.
In my empire, at one point, I think I had 10 construction ships, just running around building all sorts of ship.
Time to kick him in the nuts again. I did it once, and that was under far worse conditions.
Incoming, Captain.
The best place to hit someone in the infrastructure during a war is their shipyards, if you can.
I can't. That kind of the problem is I'm not concentrating my fleets in enough power to
Gotcha.
take out actual. Yeah.
Yeah. No more money.
Mainly because the point is to take out a lot of his infrastructure for cheap.
Yeah. You're waging a financial war on them more than anything.
Exactly. And it's so easy because people keep wanting my resources and paying me for them.
Oh man.
I'm pulling in about 4k extra minerals per month this way, honestly.
What resources do they want?
Let's see. Terraforming gases, Teldar crystals, Patharian dust, Engos vapor, neutronium, Zero, dark matter.
Whenever NPCs try to bargain with me for that stuff, they never agree to stuff by month. No monthly payments. It's always just lump sums.
Yeah.
And I never trade during peacetime for that kind of stuff. I always trade it as like an oh shit button. Yeah, it's my oh shit button.
Goliath has a lock. Train torpedoes have a lock. Train torpedoes are locked on. Train torpedoes.
Chalk up another win.
Oh shit, did we win? We won! Yay, I can end on a win. Alright, thank you for watching, Ed. And for everyone else who watches this, I hope you enjoyed it. Like and subscribe if you did. And I will see you later. Goodbye.
Later, Ed.
Yeah. I hope you enjoyed our conversation. I hope that it was entertaining. Bye-bye.